Hi everyone, so today I'm going to do something super different that I've never done before. Two things actually. Well, one I guess I've done before, which is the goth makeup, because I was really heavy into that aesthetic when I was a teen. But the thing that I haven't done before is the get ready with me, and also we're going to do the Hocus Pocus writing tag. So let's see how good I am at multitasking. Okay, so I'm gonna start off, as I always do, with my CC creams. I don't wear foundation, I just wear a light CC cream. I wear like a combination of the two because this one's too light and this one's too dark. And the only reason I haven't bought, one that actually matches my skin color is because these have lasted forever. As small as they look, they last quite a while, so I haven't really needed to, and plus the blending of these two colors matches me, so I'm not really in a hurry to be trying to find another CC cream. And since I don't wear like foundation, I'm not exactly looking for like coverage. I just want to even things out a little bit. And if at any point in this video it seems like I don't know what I'm talking about, is because I don't know anything about makeup. So 80% of this is me winging it. So the first question of the Hocus Pocus writing tag is Sarah, Mary, and Winifred Sanderson. Being a witch is hard, but so is writing. If you had magical witchy powers, what aspect of writing or what part of the writing process would you magically skip over? I can confidently say anything after writing the first draft, because even though I do offer editing services, like editing my own stories is completely different. I hate it. I like the end product. Like I have to kind of suffer through editing first, and then I'm happy with the finished product, but if I could cut all that out and go straight to, having an amazing book after my first draft, that would be lovely. This dark color here, don't mind that it's just like the palette and no cover because it broke off. But yeah, this is a darker red than I haven't done before, and we'll see if it looks good. So I literally watched 1 hour, actually it turned out to be more than an hour, probably like an hour and a half of Gothic makeup tutorials, because when I was a teenager, I didn't know anything about makeup, so I just put eyeliner around. And it didn't look that good. So yeah, plus that was like 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. Looks have changed, and I figured I would learn from people who are way better at this than I am. Number 2, Max and Dani. What relationships tend to be at the core of your books? Friends, family, romance? Friends and romance. Ooh. Friends and romance, probably. Probably not family, and I'm not sure why that is. Usually my main characters end up having a terrible time with their family, which I'm not really sure where that came from, considering I have always had a loving and supporting family. I'm close with my siblings, I love my parents, and yet my characters always have a terrible time with their families, and I don't know why that is, but that's just how it is when I write. I usually do I usually do K makeup, so I'm really just using the same colors, but like, let's see if I can make this look good. Number 3, Amuck, Amuck, Amuck. How do you approach the chaos that is drafting? Are you a plotter, pantser, or a combo of the two? So I would always say that I am indeed a plotter. I like to plot. I will plot everything. I will world build everything in forever. So sometimes plotting can be my downfall. So every once in a while I pants. That usually doesn't end well either because I get anxiety because I don't know how the book is going to end. I don't know what's going to happen next. So maybe a combination of both. I found a happy medium with like writing out an outline, and if there's something I just can't figure out, then I just let the writing take me there and then see, you know, what seems most natural for the characters. How much time? Number 4, I put a spell on you. How do you deal with book ideas that want to pull your focus from your main whip? I don't deal with it at all because what happens is, oh no. What happens is I end up writing and then I get an idea and I start writing that too. So I have 2 whips and then that multiplies. In fact, right now I have 2 whips, or no, 4 whips that I don't know what to do with because I have no self-control. Number 5, how's this look? Oh, there's too much. Is there such thing as too much black and Gothic makeup though? Probably not. Number 5, Thackery Binx, things are always what they seem. Think back to when you first started writing to where you are now. How has your process transformed from then to now? Well, considering when I first started writing as soon as I could write, it's changed a lot. I basically went from writing with whatever I could find, pencils, pens, markers, crayons, on either notebook paper or construction paper, and then I would bind it together with like barrettes or whatever I could find, rubber bands, paper clips. When I skipped ahead to when I was a teenager, I wrote a lot. I was really inspired by Edgar Allan Poe, from junior high all the way up to high school. So I would write a lot of like dark things and vampires and stuff like that. And I know when you think of vampires, you don't think of Edgar Allan Poe. I just happened to also like vampires at the time or something, I don't know. So you know, like when you're watching makeup tutorials and they say, we'll just clean that up later. I don't know if we're ever gonna get to clean this up. Then I got to college and I started writing more literary fiction because that's what they wanted us to write. So because a lot of the professors, and I think a lot of professors in English anywhere, a lot of them just kind of don't really like genre fiction. They think that is not smart, so that's kind of what I wrote for a time, but a whole bunch of literary fiction. And now that I've been done with graduate school for like 4 years, so I write what I want. So number 6, my lucky rat tail. Do you have a writing ritual? And if not, what are some of your favorite writing tools? I did have a writing ritual until my life just kind of got crazy for a minute. What happened was I moved in August and then I moved again this month. So there's just been a lot going on. And a lot going on in my life outside of that. But before that, I would wake up in the morning, and I would write, and I would not stop writing until I reached my word goal, and then I would go to work. So that's how that happened for me. Now I'm trying to find a ritual that works for me. Only because if I don't get into a routine, then writing is just not gonna happen. Does that look okay? Does this look okay? Not really, but we'll fix it. We'll find a way to fix this. Okay, so number 7, book. Favorite writing craft book? I don't have one. I only read one in my novel writing class in undergrad, and it was okay. I don't remember what it was called, but I didn't read any other ones after that. I can't talk and do this at the same time. Okay. It doesn't look super bad. Let's keep going. For 8. Another glorious morning. Do you enjoy writing in the morning, or do you prefer the evening like Winifred? Morning. Oh no. If I wake up and I start writing, that's when I am most creative, I think. If I try writing in the evening, I just feel drained from the day, and I don't feel like it. So I'm a much better and efficient and happier writer right after I wake up. Okay, so number 9, the black flame candle. What's one of the biggest mistakes you've made so far in your writing journey? Or what's the biggest lesson you've learned? Biggest mistakes. Publishing The Adventures and Shenanigans of Bastian Falco before it was ready. The one I thought about before that was getting real hard into ballroom, which I don't regret it, honestly. I miss it every day. But the thing is, when I was competing, I competed for 2 years. Won ribbons and everything. And during those 2 years, I didn't write. I didn't write at all. I finished undergrad. Then during the 2 years that I was in grad school, I also competed in ballroom, and I wrote short stories and stuff, but I didn't work on my novel at all until, I wasn't competing anymore. Oh, focus. Thank you. So, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't really call that a mistake because I don't regret it, and it also gave me some really good ammo if I wanted to write a story about the collegiate ballroom scene, especially in the Midwest. Number 10, Billy Butcherson. What's a trope that most people hate, but you love and would like to see come back from the dead? I've been thinking about this for a while, and damn it. A lot of people talk about vampires. I just keep making this worse and worse and worse. I'm gonna look like an actual raccoon when I'm done with this. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people talk about vampires, and it's something that I used to write a lot, but then even I got sick of it. But I don't know, I don't like the whole, the glam vampire, or the hot teen vampire. I would like the old classy vampires to come back, and I don't think that's a trope that anyone really hates, but it's just not, I don't see it a lot anymore. And a lot of people say that they want the old monster, the OG vampires. And I mean, I think I put way too much. you know what? It's a look. I'm just gonna go with it. But I don't know. I like evil vampires. I just like for them to be nice to look at as well. Which, I mean, okay, that didn't turn out as badly as I thought. There's just like some Gothic makeup going on over here. Okay, and the last one, Come Little Children, songs that give you a hypnotic focus when writing, like your favorite songs on your playlist. And currently, I prefer silence when I'm writing. It helps me focus. When I was a teenager, say when I was writing like my first manuscript, which you can see a drunk reading of the first chapter. I wrote it when I was like 15. Back then, I was listening to various like Gothic bands like Bauhaus. I would listen to instrumentals like, I forgot the name of this band. Arcana something. Nox Arcana, there we go. I would listen to them a lot. I was just like blasted while I was typing, but now I prefer silence. Remember when I said my goth makeup didn't look good when I was in high school? Pretty sure this is the exact same skill. This is how it would have looked like if I had done this look in high school, because wow. There's nothing clean about this, I'm sorry. So I was debating not wearing a wig and just wearing my natural hair with this look, because why not? And also so you guys can see, for those of you who don't have 4C grade hair or anything near it, it's just how much of a struggle it can be. But I have this wig with, I've worn it on here before, with the curly ponytails, and that's kind of what I think of when I think of Gothic Lolita. I think of the bouncy curly ponytails, so that's what I think I'll end up doing. Why do I look like I want to speak to someone's manager? I look like Morticia Adams' soccer mom cousin. So you might be wondering, Jasmine, why on earth would you try goth makeup if you don't know enough about makeup in the first place? And I mean, I would have done what I normally do, you know, the Larm K makeup that I normally do, but whoops. But the issue is the dress that I'm going to wear. Even if I wear it with a black blouse, it can be either classic or goth. And like I would wear, say, gold shoes to bring out the gold in the dress. And that would make it sort of like look like a darker classic. So I was like, okay, if I go in and do like more dramatic goth makeup, maybe that'll make it look a bit more goth. But I don't know, I'm gonna go put on the dress so you guys can see.
Hey there, cracked God, you're looking older, you're looking older. Climb someone else's shoulder. Pink try to cripple Christ.
So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this horrible disaster. And super shout out to LCD Comics and Cassie and Holly. Likes and subscribes help me out quite a lot. And I'll see you guys next time if this didn't scare you away. Bye!